Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Myself Ganesh. Today we are talking about this NAT gateway. So this NAT gateway basically used when our private network wants to connect with the internet. So always our public subnet will connect with the internet by using this internet gateway. And if suppose you want to connect your private subnet, whatever the instances which are connected to your private subnets and they want to connect with the internet, so at that time we need to use the some another concept, that is the NAT gateway or this NAT instance or endpoint. So these are the services provided from this AWS. So today we are talking about this NAT gateway. So how we can implement this NAT gateway? First we need to create one VPC. In one VPC we are creating two subnets. So first I am giving the name of my VPC, my NAT VPC, my NAT VPC, and here I am giving the range, that is the /16, and going to create it. After that you need to create your subnet. So here we need to create two subnets, that is private subnet and one is the public subnet. Just I am clicking on subnet. Here I need to give the subname. I am giving this public subnet, and here you need to select your VPC, and I am selecting this availability zone 2A under this, and I am giving this range, that is 10.0.0/24, 24 or 25 you can assign. This is my public IP address, that's why I am selecting 0.0. Now this is public subnet is created. Another subnet we are creating, that is private subnet. Here we need to connect with our VPC. Here I am giving the same availability zone and giving this range 10.0.1.0. This is my private IP address under this subnet. Okay, so here I am selecting subnet as 24. Now this subnet is created. Now we need to create internet gateway. So using this internet gateway or private public subnet will connect with the internet. It will assign one public IP address. Okay, so I am creating one internet gateway and giving the name my internet gateway. Create internet gateway. Here it is showing detaching, so we need to attach it first, and using this VPC you need to select it. Now the fourth step, that is the route table. So there are two routes table we need to add, that is the public hyphen route, and using same VPC you need to create it. Another route we need to add, that is the private route, and here you need to select your VPC. So these steps we have done, and now with the public route we need to associate our public subnet which I have created. So we need to associate this public subnet with the public route, and there we need to specify the route path from this public gateway, public subnets. All instances are connected with my internet using this internet gateway. So we need to specify the path. So this is my path. I'm going to assign it. Here you need to select internet gateway, and which internet gateway you have created, you need to select it and save route. Now go to private route, and here you need to associate your private subnet with the private route. Okay, no need to no need to add any route to specify to get your instances over the internet, because using this NAT gateway we will connect. Okay, so this VPC will we have created. Now we have creating two instances under this two subnets. So now I am going to click on EC2 and going to launch two instances under this respective subnet, private subnet and the public subnet. So here is the subnet instance options there, and under this instance you need to launch it. I am going to select my Linux machine. You need to click on next. First you need to select your public or private anything. I am selecting my public. So here public, for public subnet you need to enable, so it will get this public IP address. If you want to disable, then it will not reflect any public IP address, right? And here if you want to assign some name for your server, I am giving this public server. I am assigning some security group as NAT ESG, and if you want to add some other ports, so you can connect, and here you need to select anywhere. If you are having some internal subnet, so you can specify here review and launch. Here I am going to launch it. Here I am going to create the key, that is the name NAT public key, NAT public key. It is downloading. Now going to launch my instance. Now instance is launched. So till the time we are going to launch another instance under this private subnet. So I am going to click on this launch instance, select one Linux machine. Here you need to select your VPC, and now I am going to select my private subnet. So here private subnet you need to disable your auto assign public IP address, because it will not directly connect with my internet. Now I am going to add storage. By default you need to select. Here you need to add some tags. So I am assigning one tag as private server. Going to next. Here if you want to select existing group, so you can select it. NAT SG we have created, so you can select it and just click on review and launch. If you want to select this existing key, so you can select it. So NAT public key which I have created for this public, so I am just selecting same key, or if you want to create new key you can create it. View launch instance. So now go to public server, and here it will reflect the public IP address. So you need to just copy this public IP address here and go to Puttigen. Here Puttigen is now open. Load. Here is the download, and under this download I have downloaded my key as NAT public key. I am going to export it and save it as save private key. Now I am going to save it under my desktop, having the name that is the NAT key, and save it. Now just you need to close this tab and click on Putty. I am pasting my public IP address here, and you need to go under this SSH auth. Here you need to browse it and select which you have save under this desktop NAT key. Just open this file and open it. Now my Linux machine is accessible. EC2-user, this is my username. when you are accessing any Linux machine under this AWS, so always you need to use this ec2-user. If you want to go under this sudo, so you will get this root access. Now this public, using this uh, public subnet, you can access your private servers, right? So whatever these servers available under this private subnet, so we have created the another server that is under this private one. So I am clicking on my private server. Under this private server you will get this private IP, right? So this is my private IP of my private server. I'm just pasting here, and the key which you have downloaded. So under this I have downloaded my key, that is my key, and you need to just open it under this notepad and just copy this key, copy it and go to my Linux machine. Just I'm going to do some settings for this appearance change. I'm going to increase my font. Okay, 18. Yeah, apply. Yeah, now this is visible. Okay, so just I am going to create one file as Linux private private.pem. Okay, and under this file I am going to paste it. I am going to save it and giving the permission chmod space 700 for this private key. Okay, so now I am going to access my Linux machine, that my private machines, using this machine, using my private public server. So using SSH hyphen I, you need to provide this key name and ec2 hyphen user at the rate that private server IP. So you will get this access of that server. Now I am in this private server. If here you want to check either it is connected with internet or not, so you can directly check it using this ping. This is the IP address of DNS which is on this internet, so we can directly check it using this command. Also if you want to check, another command is there, that is the wget space google.com. So you can directly check. So it is connecting, so here internet is not connected. I am going to exit it from this server, and now I am on my public server. So here if you want to check wget space google.com, so here internet is working fine, right? Because it is connected with my public subnet. If you want to wget space google.com, here page will be downloaded, right? So also you can check it using this 8.8.8.8. So here it is pinging, but our aim is to connect internet my private server. So how? So first I need to log in again my private server using same thing, and now you need to connect. You need to create one NAT gateway. So I'm going to under this NAT gateway. Where is the NAT gateway? Okay, I need to check it under this option, NAT gateway, NAT gateway. NAT gateway. So under this VPC we will get this option. So we need to go under this VPC, and under this VPC we will get the option of NAT gateway. So here is the option, that is the NAT gateway. So you need to just click on NAT gateway. Here you need to create your NAT gateway name. My NAT I am giving the name, or my NAT gateway. Here you need to select the subnet. So where you need to connect, in public subnet you need to connect, right? Here is the public subnet. Just one moment. Yeah, now I have selected this my public subnet, and you need to allocate this elastic IP. So this is paid, so you need to pay something for to create this elastic IP. I am just creating my NAT gateway. Now it's showing pending state. So till the time we need to add under this route table which we have created. So under this route table there is the, so first we have assigned that NAT gateway to our public subnet, and now we are assigning our private route to, because we need to specify the path to the NAT gateway, how it will connect my private subnet to the internet. So using this NAT gateway we can connect it. So here is the option NAT gateway, and here it will get the NAT gateway ID which you have created. So now just I am clicking on save route. Now it's closed. So here you will get the elastic IP because you have created this NAT gateway. So it will take some time. Now it is allocated your public IP address, and one is this elastic IP something private IP address. Okay, so this is my IP address, and if you want to check again under this NAT gateway, so NAT gateway is still showing this pending state. So once it is active, so it will directly ping to my internet. Okay, so just I am checking it again. Now it is not pinging still. So once it is green, so it will ping it. So I will show you. Yeah, now you can check my server is now accessible to internet. So this is the method how we can connect our NAT gateway to our to connect our private subnet servers to over the internet. Okay, so this is the method you can use and you can apply in your organizations while adopting this NAT gateway. So this service is more secure while we are using this NAT gateway. Some more features are available under this NAT gateway and more security will provide by it. And there are other some options which are provided by this AWS, that is the NAT, AWS endpoint and this NAT instance. So these two other methods also we can see. So thank you guys. Thank you for watching this video.